Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Centenary Oval, Port Lincoln for the 2017 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final. Waybacks versus Marble Range, and I think we're set for a great day. I'll introduce you to my broadcast colleagues. We've got Coops on the right. How are you, Coops?
I'm good, thanks, Fish. We've got also from Waybacks, we've got Bobo, and from Marble Range, Benny Calavas. So we're in for a good day, boys. That rain seems to have gone away for a little while. Still a strong breeze favouring the right side of screen.
And yes, the skies have opened up. It's a beautiful day. Still a bit of breeze out on the bay, but it's certainly sun is shining. And we're set to go. Starting in the ruck, Matty Heyman for the Waybacks. And Jacob Watson. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, even start.
Ball comes down. It's locked up. Still tough pretty early. We've had a holding the man call. Ball's out to Rory Hunt. Rory Hunt starting in the middle. We didn't know where he would start. He plays on early and he kicks along towards the right half forward flank looking for Goodwin. Goodwin drops the footy and he finds Seal. Seal kicks a handball out to Maxfield and he's tackled. Ball spills out again. Mackenzie hit high. Umpires paid it. Mackenzie now with the footy at centre half forward.
Waybacks kicking with the advantage of the breeze here in the first quarter. Be interesting to see which team can settle first, make the most of these opportunities. Mackenzie kicks to Watson, just sitting back loose in defence, well marked.
Over to wingman Lance Appleby. That was a dodgy handball under pressure. Ball spills. Dropping back is Glenn Schreiber. It spills again. Skiv Pilgrim kicks the ball wide out to the 50. It's still in contention. Players fighting for it. Looks like the umpire will come in and ball that up.
And we've got a ball up here. We've got Bluey is one of the umpires, and the other umpire can't quite see who it is. Balls it up. Jacob Watson goes up, knocks it down, and old mate was tackled off the ball. And that is a free kick to Marble Range on their back flank on the far side. 50-metre penalty. I'm not entirely sure what's happened here, guys, but we've got a 50 or 25-metre penalty against the Waybacks.
Geez, I think the footy's going to be playing a lot on that outer side today. The breeze is pushing a bit of a westerly, pushing across the ground into that windsock pocket. Kicks forward now for Marble Range, but a strong mark taken, chest mark taken by Maxfield at centre half back. He assesses his options. Kicking with the breeze here, plays on and kicks long down the middle. It's a mongrel punt to centre half forward, spills over the back. Blewett's in there and also Keatley. Keatley falls over the back, takes the footy, not cleanly. He's picked up in the pocket, wheels around and snaps inside and finds Blewett, but it's spoiled. Blewett again, spilled out and there's a close one here. Marble Range look to rebound the footy.
Good hands for Reece Francis. He handballs to Watson, trying to push the ball along that far side. Handball from Lucas Shaw, dribbles out into that pocket, and yes, boys, we've done the last couple of games here, and we've spent a lot of time calling balls out in that windsock pocket.
Yes, pressure is immense here at the start, as you'd expect in a grand final. Ball in, Heyman versus Watson. Heyman wins the tap, to no advantage. Marble Range are able to move it out of back lines. Out on the full, Waybacks kick in.
Yeah, Jacob Watson's been good early. He's floated back and kind of playing that spare man across that back line. He's taken at least one intercept marked and been a factor in a few other little contests there. So we'd be looking at seeing Jacob Watson floating across that half-back flank after he rucks in the middle.
Michael Hegarty with the ball just behind the true wing position. He looks inboard and kicks towards Adam Waters. Waters plays on immediately and he dodges a couple and kicks a short one inside 50. It's spoiled. Goodwin's around the footy and there's a few Marble Range players there. Ball is a mongrel kick inside 50 looking for Seal. Seal and Schreiber battling it out and that's holding the man. No, he's paid holding the ball and Jonty Seal will take the footy with the breeze at his back. Having a shot at goal here to put Waybacks on the board. It's still 0-0 all.
You'd think a little bit of right post here. The ball should come back nicely with that breeze. A lot of the junior sides earlier had a fair bit of trouble with the breeze across the ground. Senior footballers here should find this a lot easier. It's a very good-looking drop punt to the danger spot. Well roved. Caught in the tackle. I think, that's stiff.
Umpires are going to be holding the ball today by the looks. They've set the example. If you hold on to the ball, you're going to get done. Marble Range work it out. They've got the numbers, kicking into the breeze here. Little chip. And we've got a ball in front of the Marlborough Range coach's box on the attacking side.
We've been joined late from the bar by Matt Purcell on special comments. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Coops. Great big crowd here today for this hit out in 2017 flag. What should be a great contest.
There's wrapped up in the middle
Francis
there, and it
been
looks
taken
like
high.
free kick to Marble Range. Reece Francis on the left half-back flank. Looks down that close members wing towards Marshall. It's dropped. Marshall follows it up. Source Marshall. And again, a handball out through Owen. Owen now plays on, and he looks inside 50, looking for Kay. Kay picks it up on the second bounce, and out on the full. Bounced off just below the knee. Waybacks will reconvene with Dean Rod in the right back pocket.
And the out of the full call against Blaze K there. The Waybacks kick it forward along this wing, and Jacob Watson once again floating across as that extra man in defence. Handballs it off to Reece Francis as he runs into a bit of trouble, who bangs it on his boot and kicks it out of bounds again on the half-forward flank for Marlborough Range.
Out on the full again, Sean Maxfield to take the footy in for Waybacks. A short kick to his brother Greg, and it's marked strongly on that half-back flank. Plays on quickly and looks inboard. He's knocked down after play, and it's Jason Perkins to pick up the footy. And we have a downfield free kick with Perkins in the middle of the ground for Waybacks. A quick handball off to Rawson. Rawson looks inboard. And a long kick towards Keatley again. Not held, and it spills off. Sampson, fumble again. And it's a throw.
Umpire calling incorrect disposal. Wade Hanson in the back pocket. Goes long down the line towards Reece Francis, and at the back, Lance Appleby. He gets that ball now. Gets a useful handball away to Skiv Pilgrim, who hits the running Owen. Back to Pilgrim. Pilgrim, a little bit of a shimmy and a nice delivery to the league's leading goal kicker, Tynan Keeley. He squares the ball to the middle. Nice grab. Taken by back into the side, Ryan Girton. Further on to Jeb Casanova, young fella, 16-year-old into the side, back into the side this week. Back to Skiv Pilgrim, covering a bit of ground, and a great tackle caught with the pill. Was that Rory Hunt?
That's holding the ball. James Blue, good tackle, moved on quick down the wing. Jonty Seal just steadying the ship here now. He's had a good year, Jonty. He's been kicking pretty good for goal. See him playing a bit further up the field at the moment. Just chips it over the top to Sean Maxfield. Just taking their time here. Holding up the pressure. See which team can settle first. It's been a turnover now.
What? And now Toby Rawson in the middle. He kicks on his non-preferred right and finds Mackenzie at the true centre-half forward position. Mackenzie taking his time now, about 60, 70 metres out from goal with the breeze at his back, and he's going to have a shot here, taking his time. Mackenzie now, a long run-up. There's no options for him up forward, so he's definitely going to have a shot here. Strong breeze, about 3,000 or 4,000 into Centenary Oval today. And still no team yet to score. Mackenzie from 50 metres, right on it. And he's kicked truly. First goal to Waybacks through Josh Mackenzie. And the Demons are on the board.
Yeah, that was a great goal by Waybacks there. They got the intercept mark off a Jacob Watson free kick. And they were able to convert that into a goal. And that's how you play football.
Yes, Waybacks are the first team to settle here at the moment, but they are kicking with a very strong breeze. Be interesting to see how many they can get now. They really need to settle. Tanner Schlinks into the ruck. Matt Heyman having a quick spell on the bench. Which midfield can get on top? Marlborough Range will obviously be very strong with Reece Francis, and Waybacks will be very strong with Sean Maxfield. So it should be a good hit out there.
Glenn Schreiber reading that ball off the half-back line, as he often does, driving up the far side on the flank. That's Billy Bias in the helmet. Pushes back, assesses his options, goes further up the line to the leading Keeley. He hasn't clunked the first couple, but I think he's been given one for over the shoulder by the umpire there.
That'll certainly be a big match-up today. Keeley, the in-form forward of the competition, playing on the young Jericho. Jericho's had a great season, but now Marble Range inboard from that right wing. It's a high up and under kick, and it's spoiled. Rangers again. Through Franklin, kicks forward. It's a scrubbing kick, but finds Bias again. Bias tackled, and he gets the handball out through Blaze K. Blaze K on the left foot snap, looking for goal, and it bounces, and Marble Range square the ledger.
And that's one of the good guys there, boys. Lovely left foot snap by Blaze K. Good disposal from Billy Bias. Was calm under pressure. And the ball came out and the Rangers hit the board. Great start there, Bobo.
Yes. Goals into the wind will be like diamonds today. I don't expect to see too many, but if you do get one, you've got to make it count.
Blaze K was the difference there against Mallee Park last week when he kicked 3 of the 4 goals in the third term to put Marble Range back up. So let's hope he can continue that form. We've got a blood rule here. Classic Reece Francis. He's on his way off. He's once again getting his head right in the middle of the thick of things and leading by example.
The greying Reece Francis heads his way to the bench. The veteran, the wily veteran of this Marble Range side, and Will Nankerville heads down forward for the Rangers. Balling the ball up now in the middle. We've got Schlink versus Watson. Watson wins the tap, but it's a high up and under one out. And then out through the Rangers take it out now and looking for Bias again, but it spills over his head through Dean Miller. Dean Miller, the left foot check side towards this member's wing, and it bounces out of bounds. Sampson in amongst it, as is Mackenzie and Franklin and Watson.
She started at a cracking pace, boys, and I think, 10 minutes in and we've still only a goal apiece. It's been tight around the clinches. Watson taps it over the back to Keeley, who's caught quickly by Goodwin, and she stacks on the mill. Umpire will have it.
Big ball up here on centre wing. As the players disperse, up they go. It's tapped out by Wayback. Skiv picks it up and kicks it down the line. To a 2-on-1 in Wayback's favour. Sauce Marshall, Nankerville's done real well to get it out. Sauce Marshall's got his head over the ball. It's fisted forward by Nankerville. Loose ball again. Hot pressure from Marble Range. Billy Bias cleans up and goes forward to Watson. Nelly takes a great one-hander. Now Waybacks are able to pick up the crumbs and kick it out towards the dead side of the ground, and you would think that would be a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, clearing kick from Dean Rod there just to get the ball out of the danger zone.
We've also got another guest commentator in Big Pete Mack here. He was introduced to do the job.
The ball up on,
we might give a few half-time special comments.
You'll definitely see a few of these today. Good throw-in, got to watch the breeze. Marble Range got the numbers around the ball. Rawson with the tackle, held up. The ball spills out the back. Marble Range looking to clear it. Oh, the tackling pressure is immense there from Waybacks. Can they keep the ball rolling forward? Marble Range clear out. Scrappy footy. Ball it up, let him go again.
And there's a ball up here on the far wing. You've got, by the look of things, I'm trying to work out who's in the ruck here. Matt Heyman and a small fella, young Sauce, big Sauce for Marble Range. Pots it out, gets out. Lance Appleby cleans up around the middle of the ground, bangs it forward. Jacob Watson's got the sit, doesn't get it, goes forward.
Maxfield to mop up and he handballs out to the right. Jericho gets the footy. Jericho looks down the wing and kicks it long with the breeze, looking for his home mate from Woodner, Jonty Seal. The ball spills over and Seal again keeps his feet well and gets a handball out, but it's picked up there by Appleby and it spills out again. Big hit by Brock Lowby, and he kicks the ball with Torpy out of the wing, but a mark by Blewett. He's all class this year, looking for Hunt, and it spills out of bounds in the right half forward flank for the Wayback Demons.
Tough stuff from the two half-back lines. Brock Lowby at one end and Blewett at the other end. Battle between the half waters it was. Had a great season playing for Norwood as a junior this year. Talented footballer, going places. Ball in dispute, still Goodwin at the bottom of the pack, which is where you expect to find him. Umpire calls for it and JR will ball it up.
Another
a bit of
ball
niggle going still, as you'd expect for this stage of a grand final. Yes. The heat's not out of it yet.
Wouldn't be a grand final if there wasn't a bit of niggle.
By Sauce Marshall. Tied up. Umpire will have it again.
Another ball up here now. It is good to see the niggle.
Up here in the,
both teams very passionate. It's been 9 years and 10 years since both these teams did win last, so there'll be the fire in the belly. Kate's got the ball on the bottom of the pack, and there's another ball up. Real tight here. A lot of in and under play. Who can get a clearance here? The ruckman go at it again. Heyman's got to tap out to advantage. Only to Lance Appleby though from Marlborough Range. Handball back into pressure. Waybacks, can they clear? And Marlborough Range get it again. Keeley's in there. Keeley's passed it out. It's a throw. Tyne and Keeley clears.
It's called throwing the ball. Cleared by Brock Lowby out onto the flank to Skiv. Goes forward in the bias direction. Cleared. Minya Goodwin is taken. It's holding the ball. Be a free kick to Lance Appleby. He'll look to go forward. There's nothing in the centre of the ground. He's waiting on someone to lead. He's going to have to go long up the line. Goes in the Keeley direction. The ball's been hit forward to the ground. Wade Hanson comes through strongly. Gives a don't argue. Off to Keeley, who goes forward in front of Blaze Kay. The ball's still in dispute. Kay cleans up on his left. Swings around. And it's cleaned up back there by Waybacks, and they kick long down into the
Jericho clears the ball out of the Wayback's defence and finds Myers. Myers with a little bit of space throws a looping handball over to the running Jonty Seal. He's got support, I think, from Blewett. Blewett kicks a mongrel towards goal, and it's a minor score. Waybacks now go ahead by the solitary point, but it's been a tight contest here in the first quarter.
Brock Labby looks like he's going to be taking out the kickoff as Makshak comes on. He was under a fair old injury cloud earlier this week, was unable to perform as Zach Calderwood takes a mark over the intercept across the half-back line for Marble Range. Kicks along that dead wing, and Big Shribes takes a very clean mark, very clean contested mark for Marble Range. Not much on, kicks it forward. Sauce contests
Matty Heyman takes the intercept mark. He's got one short. Can he find a target? Toby Ross, never reliable on the left foot. Sits it up into space. Picked off very well by Marlborough Range. Brock Lowby. Wayback sort of struggling a bit with the structure up forward at the moment. Probably need to work it out. Get the big fella down there. Jonty Steele, that's where he's played his best footy this year. Sitting in the goal square. Then we've got a ball in here on the closest wing, Marlborough Range's box.
Brocky Lowby looking very strong back there for the Rangers. Ball's tossed in. Sauce Marshall goes up. It's cleared. Wadey Hanson attacks the football hard. Ty George has got hold of it, and what should be another ball up in the back flank. Still a heated contest, boys. There's plenty in it.
Certainly a bit of action out there as umpire Blewett throws the ball up. Heyman pushed out by Marshall, but it's Rawson who takes the clean footy, and we'll have a secondary ball up here on the right half forward flank for the Demons. Certainly a tough contest out there today, and it'll see what happens with this breeze. Blewett again throws the ball up. Heyman and Marshall go at it. Spills out to Hunt. Hunt on the left foot inside 50, looking for one of his teammates, but it's punched out by Marble Range out at the side, and we've got Hanson again, links up with Pilgrim. Pilgrim on the left, looking for the beautiful greying Francis on the left half-back flank. Over to you there, Coops.
Francis goes down the line. Nick Franklin almost takes a one-hander. Hunt takes the ball, dishes. Good quick handball, and Hunt gets it back again and goes deep into his forward 50. 3 Rangers v 1 Waybacks. Ball comes to ground. No one really sure where it is. Zach Calderwood pushes the ball to the dead side, and we'll see that dribble out into that dead flank again. We're going to see a bit of that today.
Marlborough Range doing well here, getting the loose men back, help out the back lines. That's what you need on a day like today when you're kicking with this breeze. We've got a ball in on the other side pocket. Throw in. Heyman in the ruck. It's gone over the back. Can Waybacks get numbers there? No. Marlborough Range clear. Lowby again. Lowby's been pretty solid so far.
Todd Owen gets the ball on that half-back flank, gives it back to the Silver Fox, who sells a bit of candy, bangs it along into the middle of the ground, and gives it off to Will Nankerville, gives him a bit of a mission. Lance Appleby, he absolutely holding a ball to... holding the man. Who's this one going to here? The Silver Fox once again gets it, bangs it long. Classic him. Gives it up. Blaze K's wrestling with the other young fella there, and the other young fella wins it.
Spills out now, and Rawson off half-back from the touch from Maxfield Gregg. And looking for Seal. Seal's the man in front, and he's taken a strong mark. Gets back off the mark and wheels onto a left foot. Kicks inside 50, looking for and Myers, and it spills out again towards that deep pocket there. Myers tracking the ball, and it looks like it's out of bounds again down that pocket there. Perts.
Zachy Calderwood possibly looking to take a hanger on the back flank there, as he can do. Probably should have gone the fist. Coops, well noted by Mark Cooper, being a backman. It's cleared now from Marble Range through Owen down the line, but turned over quickly by Waybacks, who go deep
Jericho
into attack again
mark.
through Jericho.
Solid mark again by Brock Lauby. He's been pretty good back there so far. Hadn't been real clean skills at the moment. A little bit scrappy, as you'd expect in a grand final, and with this wind. And there's another ball up, throw in on the other side.
Disappointing from Zach Calderwood there on the Golden Fist Award. So undervalued these days. Ball being thrown in on that far side. Good throw in by, he's missed the whole ruck. Trapped by Jed Casanova. Quick kick forward, smothered again, and we'll have another ball up on that far side. Unfortunately, we're going to call this a bit today, I'd say.
We saw the breeze swing a little bit around to the north to give us that breeze down the ground, but it's certainly got a bit more west in it now. Ball thrown in. The rucks go at it. Spills out again, and Marble Range with through Francis. Kick a scrubber towards half forward, finds Kay again. Kay shrugs a tackle, goes onto his trusty left foot and kicks inside 50, looking for Bias. And the helmet, Bias kicks a short one off, no steps, looking for George, and he finds him. Plays on into the open goal, and Marble Range has got the third goal of the game, and they're second. Put them 5 points up.
Ty George with the big goal for Marble Range. What a beautiful passage of play there. They've absolutely done what they exactly need to do. That was won by Blaze Kay there when he shrugged that tackle and saw Billy Bias connected with him with the left boot. And my goodness, what a good finish by Ty George.
I'll tell you what, by the time they get that ball back, folks, it's got to come back from KFC. It was a huge kick.
Continue.
It's a great effort from Marble Range. I'll be happy with this start to this quarter against the flow, against the breeze. Reece Francis will be real happy with this. Coops, what's your thoughts?
Sorry, I was checking my beer there, Perts. What was that?
I said Reece will be very happy with this start.
Wouldn't
that
be
sort
long
of
till
goal
quarter time now.
has proved in the South game in the B grade against the Breeze Gold. Over you, Bobo.
Tannish links up again against Watson. Real tight in the middle there. Marble Range do appear to have settled that bit better at the moment. The Wayback's chance to respond. Down the ground, Jericho has been real solid so far. Not much has got past him, but Watson has picked up another mark. Watson too has picked up a few marks, just coming across the back. He kicks long.
Contested mark, comes to ground. Ball on the half-forward flank for Marble Range. Not much clean ball coming out of there, and the umpire calls for it. It'll be a ball up, Fish.
Yeah, we've just gone into red time here, boys. It's certainly a tight contest. 5 points in it. Marble Range, ball tossed up on that left half forward. Slink goes up it with Francis. Spills down to Maxfield, Sean. And it will have a secondary ball up. Hot and heavy in the kitchen. Over to you there, Benny.
Yeah, and the umpire balls it up there. You've got Reece Francis. The Silver Fox was in the ball up, and he got it down to Todd Owen. Gets it out to Jaden Sampson. Kicks it forward to no one in particular, and Jericho picks it up, kicks it over to Goodwin. Goodwin kicks it forward, over to Bobo.
He's looking to move it fast. Marble Range have got the numbers back. Keatley at the front of the pack. Can he get it on? Blewett is on here. Bluey has as much room as Eddie Betts. Can he get there? Sampson needs to put on the Shepherd. Good Shepherd. Run in, sink it, boy. Yes. Waybacks respond. Quick reply. Just what they needed now. And there's a little bit of niggle in the goal square. Boys just letting them know. And it's on in the square. She's all good. That's what grand finals are all about. Need this to continue. There's a quick reply there from Waybacks. Not long to go.
I didn't see any cut lunches thrown as such, but there's definitely a bit of intensity down there, Fish.
Yeah, well, it's a grand final, Perds. What do you expect, mate? I'm
That's
surprised
it, mate.
we're not throwing our fists around up here in the commentary position.
Mate, the hair standing up on my back of my neck. I've got Bobo in front of me. He's 2 axe handles and a dog chain across the shoulders, mate. I'm not sure I want to be on the receiving end of that.
There's a fair bit of hair on the back of that neck too, Perts.
Umpire Blewett now in the middle. Rux, Heyman, and Watson. Sorry, going at it. Ball goes up. Heyman and Watson Spills out, no real winner there, but another secondary tap from Maxfield through Hunt. They're just trying to scrub it forward now, the Waybacks. Sean Maxfield again throws it on the boot. It's a mongrel towards Seal, but it spills through. And for a minor score, just to end that first quarter, it's 2-1-13. Waybacks plays 2-1-13 Marble Range. 2-12.
So what do you think, boys? Would the Wayback coaching department be happy with that use of the breeze?
I think they would have hoped to put more goals on the board for sure, but they'd be very happy with Ian Jericho back there, who's mopped up everything on that half back line, been very clean and pumped it long. But they got to convert with the breeze. We'll see if Marble Range can do it this quarter, Coops.
Anyone aware of how the toss of the coin went? We lost the toss, so Wayback's kick with it. So I think Marble Range will be pretty happy with that. They'll get their crack at the breeze coming up, and I always think in that first quarter of a grand final, it's not a bad thing to go into it. The game's hot, everyone's revved up, you never really get that big ascendancy.
Yeah, could not agree more with there, Coops. There's always a lot of pressure in the first quarter of a grand final, especially in A-grade 1. Sometimes you might just be better off to kick into the wall, defend, settle your nerves, then you got the wind in the second quarter. So that's what Marble Range have done. Will they be able to convert this quarter? They have shown that it is possible to kick goals into this win. So Waybacks will be looking to do the exact same thing, I reckon.
So at quarter time, we've got Waybacks 2-2-14 and Marble Range 2 goals straight, 12. Better players for Marble Range. We've picked out a couple. Blaze Cage looked dangerous up forward. The wily veteran Reece Francis. Twine and Keely's looked good. Matty Marshall's done well in the ruck along with Jacob Watson's hit the ball hard for Marble Range and, backed up by younger fellas. Billy Bias, Jeb Casanova's done some good things. Lance Appleby's done well. All in all, Marble Range will be happy. Fish, your thoughts on the way back, lads?
Yeah, look, Jonty Seals presented well up forward, but he just doesn't seem to be taking him as cleanly as he liked. He's certainly presenting. Other than that, you've got Waters has been promising. James Blewett's had a few good moments, and Rory Hunt has certainly been excellent. But my pick of the first quarter for the Demons has to be Ian Jericho. If it wasn't for him, Blaze Kay and Tynan Keeley, some of those Marble Range forwards would be running an absolute muck today. So Jericho for me there, Perts.
Yeah, what's been a great start, mate. Be interesting second quarter with Marble Range kicking into the breeze. Be interesting to see what happens. What Wayback's tactics are now.
Heading down to the Marble Range huddle here, Perts. What do you think that the message is from Reece Francis? He'd be happy with the effort from his troops there, but it's certainly a long way to go.
Certainly a long way to go, mate. The intensity was there. There's no doubt about that. Like I said, they looked dangerous going forward, the Rangers, but as did Waybacks, without a shadow of doubt. I'm sure both coaches would be confident and happy and looking forward to the second quarter, mate. It's been a great one for the spectators so far.
You can see Dave McFarlane over there, Eyre Peninsula coach, very established sort of coach here. He's just, you can see him just throwing his arms around and maybe even giving the Wayback boys a bit of a spray there, but they should be happy. But they also need to know that if they're going to not do much with this breeze, they've got to really put in when they're against it as well.
Well, we all know Macca, mate, and his knowledge of the game. He's been around it for a long time. There's no doubt his input will have a huge effect on the result today, on what Wayback's coming out with in this next 3 quarters of football.
Just look at the brains trust in there, though, Perts. You've got McFarlane, Goodwin, Keatley, Kelsh, Tyson Arthur amongst it as well. I mean, not even guys like Sean Maxfield that are pushing their late 20s that are very, very smart players of the game. There's a lot of old heads in that Wayback side. I think, I
think you've used the words brains loosely around Tyson Arthur, mate.
Oh, jeepers.
I'm sure the big fella won't mind me throwing that in there.
And as the fans exit the ground, we'll get this second quarter underway, and it really is the game's in the hands of the Rangers here. They've got a lot to still to do, but they've got a strong breeze that's still pushing 20 knots, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, the key thing is, mate, they've kept themselves in the game. There's 2 points in it at quarter time. It's what happens this quarter will really tell a tale, I think, going into half-time, obviously. But if Marble Range can use the ball going forward with the same intensity they did in the first quarter, they'll keep themselves a real chance. And I'm sure Waybacks will give nothing up easy and look to score into the breeze, mate.
Okay, starting lineups as we get set for this second quarter. We've got Matthew Heyman starting the ruck out for Waybacks. And underneath him is Jason Perkins there at the back, standing next to Reece Francis for Marble Range. We've got Sean Maxfield, who's been looking very dangerous and a bit electric there in the first quarter, but just hasn't broken through. And in my opinion, Perts, Rory Hunt was the pick of the midfielders there for the Demons.
You called that, mate, and he did too. He played a great first quarter. This Gibbs gone into the centre. The captain's in there. Toddy Owen. Boys will be looking to strike early, I think. Reece will be happy with that.
What do you think of Lance Appleby's quarter there? He certainly picked up a bit of footy on this wing.
Always looks
very
dangerous
good.
when he's got the ball, Lance. He's killed off a few opponents this year, and
Good match up there with Greg Maxfield.
Yep. The young bucks going at it, mate. It's what you want to see in a grand final.
And we're up in the middle. Ball up. Heyman and Watson go at it. No one wins the tap, but it spills out again. Pilgrim gets a quick handball out through Owen, but it's a throw. And Wayback's play on through advantage. That was dubious, that one through Maxfield. Mongrel punt looking for Keatley. Spills out. Goodwin's dangerous, but the Marble Range defenders mop up neatly. And again through Seal. And he sprayed it. That's out in the full.
Breeze obviously having a bit of an effect there on Johnny Seal's kick. Waybacks will be happy with that start. Straight out of the centre, forward into the breeze.
I think that advantage call was a little bit interesting, though. Maxfield was already 30 metres forward of the footy, but Marble Range play on now. Kick out long to that defensive side.
That's footy, mate. Those calls are made.
Goodwin kicks forward, another mongrel, and it's mopped up again by the Rangers.
Lance Appleby again.
Through Francis
Clears.
and then Schreiber.
Comes out through Schreiber. Looking. Ty George takes a mark in the back flank. It's a handball over the top to Owen. He's got a little bit of time to have a look up the ground. Hits up Billy Byers. No, late fist in there from, who was that? Dean Miller, yes. Back into the centre of the ground. Oh, tricky little handball there from the Wayback player.
And we've got a downfield free kick. Reece Francis connecting with Sean Maxfield there, just forward of centre for the Demons. And it's with Jonty Seal out by the junction on the right side in front of the Wayne Smith Service Centre mobile MoGas station. Down by the RSM Bird Cameron scoreboard. Over to you, Ben.
Yeah, Seal passes to Blewett. Blewett lines up for goal. Blewett was fairly handy in the second semi. Did kick a goal up this end late in the last quarter. There is a strong breeze that is kicking into. Marble Range appear to have boys at the front of the pack. Don't know if there's enough Waybackers there. Can he kick through? And he's online. And it goes away to the right. Definitely a strong breeze to click into.
And they kick the behind. Big Brock Labby looks like he's taken out the kick, and he kicks it off to Wade Hansen. Wade Hansen under a bit of an injury cloud himself. Bangs it long to no one in particular, and he misses a mark absolutely on his own. Kicks it off to Greg Maxwell. Greg Maxwell has a look, sees what he looks inside, and likes what he sees. And we're off to fish.
Yeah, the brothers linking up there. Maxfield v Maxfield. Greg on the wing finding Sean. A short kick inside from Sean Maxfield to Hunt. Plays on. Silly decision there. Quick handball to McKenzie, who kicked the first goal of the game. Another mongrel, and it spills out to the point post. But it's in play. No, it's over the line. Over to you, Coops.
Ball deep in Wayback's forward line now. About to be thrown in. Contesting the ruck, Watson and Seal. Seal trying to push off through the Dusty Martin. Didn't work. Ball knocked out in the tackle. Play on. Still spills out. In contention. Quick kick smothered. Watson picks up the ball. Handballs backwards. I don't think he got that handball away, and that is holding the ball. Certainly within goal kicking range, Bobo.
Yes, the pressure was in. It was hot there, wasn't it? The incorrect disposal. And now Waybacks, they line up for a shot. J-Mac with that great goal in the first quarter. 60 metres out with the wind. This will test him now kicking into the breeze. Played a lot of his footy down back, but he has liked the move up forward in his ladder of his career. Can he kick through? This will be his second one if he can kick it. Good crowd in here today. Looking around. Like I said earlier on, goals into this wind are like diamonds. This will test him. And he kicks through. Waybacks have answered into the breeze. Great work. I'll now pass it on.
Well, you can't question Jacob Watson's intensity over the footy there. He really He's come out with these hackles up today. He'd be very dark with that, holding the ball on himself. But look, that's football. It's what happens in the heated contest. We're going to come across now. A couple of boys have gone for a slash and hopefully refill our tins. Marble Range special comments will come from Big Pete McFarlane, who I introduced before. Pete, welcome to the scene.
Yeah, thanks, Bert. Yeah, it's been a very tight game and a couple of goals against the run of play, both in the first and the second quarter. So it's not really going with the win, but Waybacks win that, tap out, and they go forward.
Goodwin now. Goodwin picks it up cleanly and shoots it out to Blewett. Blewett on the left foot, looks for Hunt, and it's a 2-on-1, but it's a good contest. Spills out to Jonty Seal, who picks it up cleanly. A handball to his coach in Goodwin, who kicks a short one and finds Sean Maxfield. Not 15, play on. A quick handball out to his brother Greg on the 50 and stabs it inside and finds Blewett again. Geez, the Demons just look clean around the contest there, Macca, don't they?
Yeah, they are. Waybacks are a lot cleaner. There's a couple of kicks there that probably didn't go the distance. That one was fine. But yeah, it's certainly playing the better football in the start of the second quarter.
How have you seen the umpiring so far, Peter, on special comments? You've done a marvellous job in the B grade. How have you seen the A grade so far?
James Blewett lines up. Wayback's fourth goal. Give him a decent lead. Pushed it across the face for behind.
That is a strong breeze, as you can see in that replay.
So as you can see on the scoreboard, it's a 10-point lead to Waybacks. 5 minutes into the second quarter. Ball to be kicked out from fullback. Brocky Lauby. Oh, that was just probably lucky there for the Rangers in the end. Bit of pressure from Waybacks. Ty George as the mark in back pocket. Dishes it off to Appleby on his left foot. It's gone wide. It'll be a boundary throw in front of the Waybacks interchange. Fish.
Yes, got to be a bit better than that, I reckon, coming out of defence with this breeze. I reckon throw a big barrel down the guts. Young boundary umpire throwing the ball in on the left half forward flank for the Demons. Heyman goes at it against Marshall, the young Marshall, but it spills out towards Perkins and Pilgrim. Perkins keeps it in. Marshall again with a handball over towards Owen and a big hit with Tromp.
Big clash. It's down on the attacking side from Marble Range. The ball gets back into the centre. Benny Sampson cleans up for Waybacks. Goes out. Casanova has the ball now. He picks it up. He looks to go forward. And he hits up Blaze Kay on a forward flank. What's he going to do here? Centres it up to the captain. Skiv will have a look.
Waybacks will push back well here to fill the hole.
20 forward in the Marble Range forward. Big fist away from Waybacks. The ball's chiselled out.
Another throw in on the near side.
It's a boundary throw in from Marble Range.
Strange to call the boundary throw in on the near side. Yeah, she's been mainly on the other side. Slinks the ruckman for Waybacks. Little fellas, welcome to A grade. Can Waybacks clear here? She's definitely tight in there now. Scrappy footy. Who can get it out? Trump's got the ball. Good tackle. Held up. Time to go again. Throw it up. Chip, that's enough. Now they're kicking into the breeze. No need to rush this. Just needs to find the target. Get it up. Gone long to Hunt. Hunt's in front. Bloke's in front. Jonty Seal. Good smother by Schreiber. Fighting on the wing here. Gertz is free. Goodwin. Good pressure. Need to tackle. Good tackle.
Marshall now with the footy. On the right wing, just in front of the members area. The big Sauce kicks a short one out towards his coach in Reece Francis. The Silver Fox plays on quickly next to Goodwin. The powerful Francis kicks a short one inside 50, and Maxfield mops up for the Wayback Demons.
Well, the ball's loose in Marble Range forward line in front of Billy Bias, but it's bounced through. That funny shape football bounces any direction, doesn't it, Fish? And it's gone through from behind from Marble Range. So Waybacks, no doubt, will bring it out on the defensive side of the ground. I'd be surprised if they kick it out here to the high side, mate.
kick out. Dean Miller kicks it long out towards that weak side, and it's a big contest. Spills out, and Waybacks have the numbers. But there's a contest. Owen with a great tackle for Marble Range. Spills out again through Calderwood. Pumps it inside 50, looking for Blaze K. Spills out, and it's mopping up now is Tromp. But it should go out of bounds there, down on that side there. Coops.
Watson doing what Watson does, being the tall target up forward, but Marble Range failing to capitalise on the crumbs. Ball comes in that forward pocket for Marble Range, running onto it, waving his hands in the air was Ty George, didn't get the free, umpire not sucked into that. Ball off hands from Marshall, but then gathered well by Calderwood. Ball goes again in that forward pocket, half forward flank for Marble Range in our favourite boundary line position. Umpire preparing to throw it back in. We've got Marshall in ruck again against Schlinky. Boundary throw in favours Marble Range. I think they'll have that again.
Yeah, that wind is definitely strong.
Fish. The breeze is significant. That's affecting that ball in flight every time. That's a better throw in. Tapped forward to Franklin. Running on from it. Owen sets sail for goal with a long ball, which drifts towards that left-hand side again.
That misses to the other side. Waybacks with the kick in now. Dean Miller's been the ever-reliable kicker in all year. Trusty left foot. Can he find the target here? Good chance he'll kick long on the other side. Go to that defensive pocket. There we go, long kick. Clears it out. She's tight in there again. Wayback's looking to clear it out. Marble Range go forward again. They've got the numbers out this side. Bias. Pass it over. You're on, Benny.
Young Billy Bias did very well there to create a contest, and there's going to be a ball up here. Ball up. Marble Range gets the first hands to it, kicks it out. Waybacks give it in. Young Sauce Marshall there kicks it back into the forward line, and there is a holding the ball call. Nick Franklin is going to have a shot on goal, I assume, from about 45 out on a very, very tight angle. Now, if there's a young fella or an older fella from Marble Range that can kick this, it'll be Nick Franklin. The wind should assist him here as he kicks it from right to left. Lines up, goes for it, lets it go, has a look, and he's let it hang a little bit further to the left than he expected.
And a minor score there to Marble Range through Franklin. We've got Dean Miller again kicking in. They've been hitting the points a bit here, Marble Range. Couple there where they might have gotten them. But Miller kicks out again to the same spot looking for Jericho. Spills out, and it's through Keatley that they get forward. But it spills out again to that boundary side, and we'll have another throw in there, Perts.
Yes, we will, Fish. It won't be the last one, mate. It's been asked for me to note it on air that Roger Puckridge has just rung up and said get a kick, Jacob Watson. The ball's thrown in, there will be a scrimmage and another ball up out in the far wing.
Yes.
Players spread around the ground, the sun.
Another hard contest there in the ruck. She's scrappy footy. That's what it's all about. Waybacks probably be looking here for some of their better players. Get a few more touches around the ball. Just keep touch. They've got a lot of good players there, as do Marble Range. Marble Range, Reece Francis had a few touches. Waybacks will be looking to counter-attack from that. Another clearance from Marble Range. There has been, especially in these trying conditions. She's hot in the middle. Marble Range got the numbers there. I'm guessing we'll have another ball up here.
In the clinches again. Wadey Hanson, the ball spills out through Sauce Marshall. Skiv again in hard. Sauce tries to tap it forward. It's cleared out by Wadey Hanson. Tynan Keeley tries to bang it on the boot. Back out through Skiv again. Casanova's got the ball now. Slips. Great defence from Wayback.
So that's the rebound through Sampson looking for Maxfield. It's still a hot potato out there. Again on that right wing near the RSL club, and it's Goodwin. Goodwin kicks it a low one towards Hunt. who does not mark it, and it spills out of bounds right there in front of Wells Real Estate on Liverpool Street.
Too unlucky not to get one from the back there. He was followed up pretty closely by Robert Lowby, putting the pressure on. Ball is thrown in again. Ruck contest, won by Heyman, taps it down to Marble Range though. Ball spills loose. Good handball to the Silver Fox, and he's away. Takes a bounce, looks inboard, picks out a target, and Girton takes the ball, pushes back off the mark. Nothing really offering up forward. Marble Range forward's not giving anything.
Kicked off well by Maxfield. Sir James.
On to Flint. Flint with a left foot. Kicks down the line. Heading in the direction of Bullet. The ball runs over the outside of the line. Maybe another ball up. This time for a little fresh change on this side of the ground.
Yeah, Waybacks will be happy with that turnover there. Marble Range looked to be out. But that's what happens with the pressure in the grand final. Well cut off. Heyman's in the ruck again for Waybacks. Dropped a bit short. Blew it on it again. Going for the free kick. You won't get them in the grand final, son. Keats the Rolls Royce. He's in there. Solid as ever. Well done. Have another ball up. Let's go again.
And he gives it off. It's an absolute tussle, and young Ty George gets it, handballs it off to Todd Owen. Todd Owen handballs it off, Lance Appleby picks it up and does a couple of shimmies. Gives it off to Wade Hanson. Wade Hanson under good ninja cloud, kicks it perfectly, back to Todd Owen, who goes back now. He looks, he sees Blaze K. Blaze K gets the mark. He has a look at the forward line. Who's moving forward? Push back, he says. He goes back and he looks and he has a nice long kick ahead of him, I feel. No, he does it short to young Billy Bias wearing the helmet. Billy Bias, sharp kick. There was good patience. He had nothing on forward, so he gives it to the young fella. Billy Bias has a look and he has a look and he goes forward again now to Ty George. It was an errant kick that has been run out of bounds by the Waybacks.
Yeah, interesting there by Blaze K. He had the breeze behind him. He looked for the short option through Bias, but could have pumped it along to the square. I reckon that's the option there with the breeze, Perts.
There was a few Waybacks back there though, mate. There wasn't a lot in the square. It was probably could have been a better result, but anyway, nevertheless, the ball's kicked forward, chiseled out by Waybacks. Mark's been paid to Minnie Goodwin. He's played on. He's been given the advantage from in front of the mark, which is very unusual. Out on the full, it'll be a Marble Range kick on the centre wing.
And I think it's Francis to take the footy here. The Silver Fox, he's been good so far. He's got options up the ground. Not a lot of movement up forward. Heyman's sitting back there in the hole, about 45 out, but he looks for Lowby inboard. Lowby now to reassess.
You'll see 3, maybe 4 Waybackers sitting in the hole, trying to block it up to Marble Range, which is making an entry in the forward line very difficult. That's a good mark from Reece Francis. Never took his eyes off it, as you expect.
You really feel like Marble Range need a goal here, kicking with this breeze. Reece is to settle down now. Clear.
Mate. Rightio, what's going on there? Frankie picks it up, quick handball out to Francis, who goes forward and goes for the Rangers. That puts it back to a 2-point deficit for Marble Range, who badly needed to kick one into the breeze. I'll be happy with that. Waybacks have been very strong and intense against the breeze this quarter, Fish. Marble Range definitely needed to score that, and in the end was a good goal from the attacking side of the ground, mate.
Yeah, look, we asked the question at quarter time. We said, how good do you need to be with this breeze? And it was scores roughly level at quarter time. And then in this second quarter, Waybacks have come out strongly. So that's an important goal there for the Rangers, and they need that one, Perts.
Mate, they certainly did, but it just goes to show that both sides have played pretty well into the breeze. So It's going to make for an interesting second half of footy, mate. We're nearly up to the 20-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Blewett goes up using Heyman in the ruck. Spills out to Francis, but it's a low one. And he's taken off the footy without it, but it spills out for the Waybacks. They go forward with a rough kick. Sean Maxfield looks for the ball, soccers it towards that forward flank. And it's a rough footy again, but it's a desperate footy there by Hanson for Marble Range. And the call there is a Wayback free through Goodwin. Goodwin quickly plays on and looks through Hunt, who marks it about 48 metres out there in front of the Canberra pocket coops.
I think there was I think he played a holding the ball, Bluey, there on Brock Lowby, who pushed the ball out of that pack. But Hunt, he's chipped to the pocket, made it a difficult angle. Goodwin has a pot shot, and he set it in the right spot. I tell you what. Wait on the goal umpire. Oh, hang on, we've got a review. Can we go to the footage?
The crowd were oohing that through. Matt Goodwin does love a big goal in a big moment. He's done well for the Waybacks Footy Club over the time. And that's the behind him. Marble Range get a chance to regroup here. Time to kick out.
We'll see if we can hear from the umpire's rep here.
And I think at the end of the day, the right decision was made there. The spoil was from within the play. It looked like he was this side of the post.
And it spills in ball through Hunt. Hunt, the hair flowing around, and Goodwin again gets another crack at it and misses again, trying to account too much for that breeze, kicking it low and missing to the left-hand side. Benny.
Young Minya cannot buy a goal at this point. Brock Lowby is looking pretty, old Minya. Some type of Minya. And kicks out to Lance Appleby. Lance Appleby's playing a hell of a game at this point of this game. He goes back and he looks ahead, cannot see a whole lot. Looks to play on but can't do it, has a bounce. Kicks to the close wing, and Nick Franklin takes an amazing mark there. Bluey is blowing his whistle like a man possessed. What's happened here? Bluey has blown his whistle here like a man possessed, and we're having a bit of a look.
Got a blood rule, I think.
Not too happy with a few things. Lucas Shaw is coming off with the blood rule, and on comes the Mac Shack. And another one's been set off with the blood rule. It's an absolute bloodbath out there. No one knows what's happening. Who else is next? Anyone from the Waybacks want to come up with the blood rule? Nick Franklin still waits. He's had the ball in his hand so long he's got marks on it. He goes back and he has a kick down long along the boundary line. There's a few up there, Tyne and Keeley included.
Ooh, Benny Sampson had a crack.
Lancel Appleby kicks it out on the full, and that is not an uncommon sight that what we've seen in the last few weeks.
No, that's Waybacks had a win there. Now they've got a chance to switch it to the other side. That's the defensive side, though. Not sure if they want the ball out there. They'll just be happy to hold time here. Not long to go until half-time. Adam Waters sees it out.
Lovely piece of commentary there, Benny.
Time to regroup. Yes, that's what we want. It was a bloodbath, as we heard. Can Waybacks group here? Marble Range in there attacking forward 50. They'd like a goal here before half-time, I reckon. Waybacks trying to clear. That's holding the ball.
He has paid holding the ball. Nick Franklin looked to go forward here for Marble Range late in the second quarter. Spearing past to Keeley. Comes out the back to Owen. Ball's turned over. Wait through Sling. Very tight in the clinches down there in the forward pocket for Marble Range. Looks like it's it's cleared out from Wayback. Over to you, Fish.
It's again that pocket, that cinema pocket there, Coops, but it's certainly an interesting one. I'm
not sure what's playing there, Fish, but the boys are pretty keen to get down into that pocket.
Yeah, from a defensive point of view, I reckon Waybacks would be very happy in there. Ball comes in now, Schlink again, but it spills. Maxfield gets the punch out. It's a hot footy once again. Maxfield's got his arms up asking for a free kick, and we've got a ball up. I tell you what, though, ladies and gentlemen, you may not have seen it on your screens, but when Benny Callender said bloodbath, this entire grandstand erupted. This is the game we've asked for, and this is the game we want. Spills out again. Marble Range go forward with a mongrel, looking for Keeley, but another great spoil there by Sampson. Over to you, Coops.
I think Waybacks will be pretty happy running the clock down in that pocket. We've been seconds away from the siren. If the camera pans to its left, you can see how many seagulls are occupying the defensive 50 at the other end of the ground. not a player in sight. Very AFL-like this game.
Very much not a player within the forward line of Marble Range.
So again, down in that Wayback's back pocket, we've got another whistle. Things are slowing up. Yeah, the reserve umpire getting vocal. There must be more happening out there than we think. Ball comes in the Wayback's back pocket. It's a low one. Watson goes at it and it spills out through Marble Range again, but it's a tight footy. Francis, the coach, snaps a mongrel again. Haven't seen a proper drop punt in 15 minutes, but it's a minor score to the Rangers. Over you, Benny.
The Silver Fox has another crack, but yet cannot do it. That is the story of his life at this point. Marble Rangers having a crack, and I believe this is young Miller.
Yes, Dean Miller.
Young Dean Miller having a crack out, and he has absolutely mongrel punted that to the 50-metre line. Zachy Calderwood gets it, kicks in, and we have a mark by Ty George. Ty George is going to go back and have a kick in the dying minutes, one would think, of this quarter. Ty George has been pretty solid today. He's had a run in the midfield, he's had a run in the wing, and now he has a chance to put Marble Range in front before the half-time siren. He goes back. It's a pretty measured lineup. He kicks left footer. It's a weird-ass kick, and it's a weird-ass score. He kicks it behind.
Yes, that goal would have been crucial for Marble Range. They'll be willing that. They really would have liked to go in at the half-time break in front. Wayback still lead by a couple of points. 1 point. Dean Miller's been relieved of the kickouts here. The ever-reliable Toby Rawson. He's the captain of this side. Just taking up the time. Summing up his options. Seconds are crucial here. Goes long. Oh, that's a worm burner. Straight to Marble Range.
Go back and kick a goal, son.
Nick Franklin, he's had a massive quarter this quarter. He's had a few marks, few shots on goal. He does have a big looping right foot.
He does. He kicks like a mule, Bobo.
I've played footy with Nick Franklin before and he never passes, so he'll have a shot. Whoa.
And he has kicked like a mule. That's a great grab from behind by young Dean Miller.
Dean Miller won the Port Lincoln Rising Star this year. He's had a great year, and that leads us into halftime.
Quite a telling grab at the end of the half there. I think if we do a quick halftime wrap-up, Perts and Fish.
Absolutely, thanks, Coops. Thanks for the great commentary, boys, leading up to this halftime break. There's been some very entertaining commentary. I'll give you some money for some beers. Righto, no worries. Cheers, Bobo. We're just trying to sort out our drinks around here. So, looking up the scoreboard, Fish, we got Waybacks 1 point in front, 3-6-24 to Marble Range 3-5-23. Fish and I will endeavour to give you a quick wrap-up of the better players and how the game's panned out in the first half. Away you go, Fish.
Yeah, look, it's been a really tight first half. We thought the Breeze would play into this a bit more. You can see the Rangers boys on the field there huddling up. I think they'd be, I think both teams would be unhappy with how they've been going. But focusing on the Wayback side, I think Sean Maxfield, he is definitely an electric player, and he played his way into the game there in that second quarter, linking up with his brother Greg. Greg was good, as was I reckon Keatley as well. Played well, and as did the coach Matthew Goodwin. Yeah, it's a tight one. What do you reckon, Perts, for the Rangers side?
Mate, you've pinned out the better Waybacks players, and it's been a good solid performance from the Waybacks boys. I think both teams against the Breeze have acquitted themselves very well. As much as it's a bit of a low-scoring affair to half-time, I think both sides would be happy with their efforts. The better players I could pinpoint for Marble Range. Once we said, I think you said it before, mate. Lance Appleby's played his way well into the game. Reece Francis, without a doubt, has been a ball winner through the middle of the ground. Yep. Sauce Marshall's done a good job in the ruck. He's taken a lot of the ruck work. Jacob Watson's been hard at it, mate. And you've pointed out, without a doubt, the big fella down back there, bloody Brocky Lauby.
No
He's
worries.
Certainly giving himself, he's acquitted himself well back there, and he's a hard nut, mate.
And as we head into the halftime break, it's 3-6-24. Waybacks plays 3-5-23 Marble Range on the RSM, the power of being understood scoreboard. So we'll rejoin you for the third quarter in a little bit. But here we go. I reckon we're on, Perts.
Well done, Fish.
Good work.
Rightio, Fish, Bobo. Welcome back, boys, to the second half of the 2017 Grand Final. Sees Waybacks up by a point at half time. We're just trying to get a rough gauge of the crowd, just to give the people a bit of an idea of what we think. People are saying we're calling 2,000 or 3,000 here, and what has turned out to be an intense half of football in the first half, Fish.
Absolutely, Perts. It's a great day for footy here in Port Lincoln. There may be a bit of breeze, but I know the locals are used to that. That Southern Eyre Peninsula sea breeze is starting to come in now that the summer's flowing. But 2, 3, if not 4,000 people here. That, as you can see on screen over by the left there, that is absolutely jam-packed. And I'm sure there's a few Marble Range boys at the bar, Perts.
Mostly congregated around the bar. Yeah, quick intel update from the rooms from Coop.
The Silver Fox has called for a win this quarter. He wants them into the breeze to put a lead on the scoreboard in this quarter. Big call.
Alrighty, now as we get ready for this second quarter, umpire Blewett holds the ball up in the middle. Heyman versus Watson. Heyman versus Watson. Wayback's kicking to the right of screen. An absolute mongrel of a ball up with this wind. And then it out to Rawson. Rawson kicks with his trusty left foot inside 50 looking for Seal. Spills out to the side and Sampson's running onto it. The swing man, Ben Sampson, has moved forward. But again, we have a ball up down in the cinema pocket, Perts.
Gertz is happy to see that ball over the boundary line from a quick clearance from Waybacks. He tossed in. Again, you can see the effect of the wind on the ball when it goes up in the air from the throw-ins or the ball-ups. In it comes. Watto up in the ruck. Cleared out there. Franklin goes through. Gets the ball out to, who was that? Casanova it was. And the ball is out on the full. It'll be a Waybacks kick. Over to you, Bobo.
Yes, Waybacks have the ball on the outer wing. Looking to centre it up. Jericho had a really good first quarter, Jericho. Not so much in the second. Time to go again. That wind does seem to have stiffened here a little bit, and it's sort of pushing across the ground. Be interesting to see who can settle here. Premiership quarter's the third quarter. Waybacks really need to make the most of this wind. Adam Waters is in there. She's tight, congested. Can't even see who's got the ball. Ball it up. Oh, no, he's plucked one here. Pluck it up. She's going for another one.
And you wouldn't believe it, it's the Silver Fox again. Runs off half back, pushing the ball down long to straight to the opposition ruckman, Matty Heyman. He takes the grab and assesses his options. Needs to really bring the ball to the fat side. He tries to get around the man on the mark, and he does with ease. Drills it into the centre half forward region where the mark's taken by Seal. Seal pushes back. He really should go back from here, but he plays on and launches one long.
Ladies and gents, I was about to go up and about there. Jeepers creepers, Jonty the big deal Seal really launching one from outside 50 there, and Marble Range will bring it in from the back lines. So who we got at the back there, Perts? Brock Lauby now kicking out from full-back, kicking into the breeze, and it's a high up and under out of the 50. Heyman spoils, and it's a rough footy. Looks like Marble Range are going to get the rebound here, and again we spill out over the windsock pocket, Perts.
The old windsock pocket, eh? Yep, there it is again. We've seen it in the B grade. We've seen it all day, boys. It's she's a tough battle out there.
Yeah, I thought Ocean shuts a few years ago, but the boys are trying to get first in line today.
The band has come up a notch. You might get a little bit more banter in this commentary in the second half, boys. But here we go for another throw in over there on the far side of the ground. Watto will go up. It's tapped it down. Toddy Owen in hard as he does. He's been given a free kick. No, the free kick goes to Billy Bias. Did not have the ball. What's he going to do here? He's looking for options. Waybacks are pretty well manned up the ground. Kicks long down the wing. Sauce Marshall sure to put himself in the play. Oh, that's a great grab from Spog Keeley. Looks to get moving. Wants to get the ball moving forward quickly. Blaze K, one out.
Strong punch by Dean Rod.
Casanova, great. That's going to come back in the forward. It's cleared up.
Great mark by J-Mac. That is where he feels the most comfortable down back. Kicks out to the other side. Heyman goes solid contest. Marble Range. We've got Owen. Gets the handball over. Intercepted by Hunt. Hunt handballs it over. Kick into forward lines. Waybacks do have the numbers back here. Marble Range contest well. Ooh, good hit by Miller. Handball out. Got to go, Perks. Now Maxfield looking to clear it out wide. Well, that's a good smother by Girton.
Wayback's clear the ball wide down the wing. Who's got
Adam
it? There's
Waters.
that Blewett.
Adam Waters.
Adam Waters. Playing well for a young fella. Crosses the ball to the fat side. Smart football. That's Blewett takes the mark. Wheels around. Coming in from the right side of the ground to attack the goals. Sampson turns on a dime, but he's covered. Tried to get around the tackle. That's an interesting decision for the chief of the umpiring panel. Ball it in. That's the easy one.
I think umpire JR thought he got the handball away. We've got the throw in now. Rucks go at it. Seal goes up against Watson and it spills out. Francis with a handball now through Appleby. Appleby dodges one, dodges two and throws on the left looking for Keeley, but it spills out and Seth Myers takes it over the boundary line for the Wayback Demons.
Seth, rockstar name that is.
Introduced himself to the Marble Range box.
He does, and he would have got a reception in there too. Anyway, we've got another throw in on the high side of the ground here in front of the grandstand. Very unusual. Ty George taking the rucking duties there. Lance Appleby in and under. It's a heated ball. Who's in the bottom there, Coops? It is Maxak who's coming under an injury cloud today, but he's a tough little nut.
Umpire Blewett grabs the footy for another ball up, straight up in the air, and up goes Schlink, and Brock Lauby spills out through Blewett again, and Waters doesn't take a clean possession. But Francis does and loops a handball over to Bias with the helmet on. Bias takes it cleanly and then kicks into the breeze towards Blaze K. We've been watching this matchup all day. K and Rod, but Rod wins this one. Kicks it back, and Pilgrim on his own will take a mark. And that'll be a 50-metre penalty.
50 metres. That'll work into the hands of Marble Range. That'll bring them right.
Toby Rawson, not much on up forward. Really needs to hold up here. Hit a target. He's going along. Oh, good one. He's on here. Can these old legs get him over the line? Look for him to shimmy once he gets it. Oh, that's a good tackle by Maxak. Held up now. Pass it over.
Silver Fox clears from half back line out to Pilgrim. Watson puts on the block and Pilgrim's allowed to chip up the side of the wing.
K.
Will be chips to Blaze K. Blaze K turns, looks inboard, chisels one in, but in the way.
Dean Miller.
And
Dean-
laser-like ball, puts the ball out to the...
Dean Miller out through. We've got Greg Maxfield now. Greg Maxfield looks inboard with a short kick, but it's high, looking for Mackenzie, but it's picked off there by Marble Range through Wade Hansen. Wade Hansen steadies at the true centre half-back position and kicks out to the right wing, looking for Marshall. Spills over his head, but he'll run onto it, and he's tackled by Blewett. Strong tackle there, and it's out through Bias, maybe, but the numbers are with Waybacks. Miller, who's been neat today, kicks towards Blewett, and it spills out again over the boundary line near the RSL club there, Perts.
It just goes to show why Dean Miller probably won the Rising Star in this A grade this year. Very, very solid young head there for a young man. Great pick up for Waybacks as they go forward again. Zachy Calderwood goes up, the ball spills out. It's on here in the middle. It's a great contest. This third quarter, the boys are coming out with lots of intensity, Bobo.
Yes, it's been 5 minutes without a goal here. Both sides will be looking for one. Jonty Dill kicks forward. Benny Sampson gets ones over the back. She's on and open in the goal square. Rolls through for a minor behind.
Yeah, very, very close here for Marble Range. Coops, what's your thoughts on that?
Waybacks would have liked that one to sit up on its end, and Sean Maxwell would have run into an open goal, but that's the oval footy, as it is Brock Lauby. Long kick out, outside of 50. Watson sets himself, not in the contest. Ball spills to ground, I think. That was Goodwin again, of course it was. But the handball cut off by Maxfield again, was it?
Sampson, I reckon.
Ball ends up with Nick Franklin, who goes back towards Lance Appleby. He dances around a little bit, ends up...
Oh, fantastic smother by Rory Hunt, and he lets him know about it too. That's it. That's what you need to do in a grand final. Get in the rear. First team that can get the other team offside will prevail. No team has prevailed at the moment, but both teams are looking to do that. A lot of players around the ball there. Schlink goes up, taps it down in front. She's no one getting out of there. Can Waybacks work something out? No. Kick out in the left foot. Wayback's got the numbers. Jericho had a little fumble. Ready to go again. Hit hard. He goes again. Jonty's got the ball. Can't get it out. And we'll have another throw up.
What's going on here? JR's called for ball.
Umpire JR with the Donald Trump Make America Great Again hat. Schlink goes up, and it's a high tackle. Schlink jumped too early, and it'll be taken by Watson. Watson at the left half-back flank here for Marble Range. Will look down the wing towards the members' wing, looking for Keeley, but Dean Miller, who's been strong all day, takes the footy and looks... He's looking out. He's got Adam Waters, but he kicks towards centre half forward, looking for Keatley. Keatley takes a strong mark and gets back off the mark quickly, looking inboard. Kicks towards, and it's picked off by Brock Lowby for Marble Range.
He's had a great day back there, Brocky. He dishes it off out wide. Oh, he'd be disappointed with that kick, though. Skiv was out in his own. Look, mate, it's a heated or not heated, it's just an intense game of football now. And... really teetering 10 minutes into the third quarter. This game could go either way.
Yes, that is for sure. Ball up in the other pocket. Waybacks will really be searching for a goal here. Goes forward. We've got a mark from Marble Range. They've been pretty tight back there at the moment. Just holding up, trying to find an option, wanting to keep control of the ball. Kicks out that other side. Waybacks got the numbers. Oh, solid mark in front there by Spog Keeley. Once again, takes his time. Waybacks really need to push back here. They've got numbers back. Miller and Heyman loose in the back. Got numbers over the back. Heggs sees the ball towards the line. Out it goes.
Rightio, over to you, Coops.
What have we got? A ball in again on that far side on the wing. Watson and Heyman. Heyman gets a good knock going his way. Pilgrim cleaning it up towards the boundary line. We see it go over again. Still think there's naked dancing girls down in that pocket somewhere. Ball spent a lot of time down there this game, as it has with the previous games. Another ball up. Watson, Heyman. Watson nullifies the tap. Ball comes to ground. Stacks on the mill. Good handball out going Wayback's way. And another quick kick going Wayback's way. This one will travel 15, and that's almost a good grab. Seal, I think it was. Ball tucked up again in the clinches. It's not going anywhere. She is tight. The boys have come out ready to play in this third quarter.
Certainly hot and heavy in the kitchen. I tell you what, Waybacks really need a goal here if they want to make the use of this breeze. The last quarter will be the advantage for Marble Range, but it spills out of that ball up, kick towards the boundary, and it's out on the full. So it goes over the roof and out onto Liverpool Street there by the RSL club. And looks like another footy might need to be plucked from the boundary.
Mate, as a bowler in cricket, I'm used to seeing a few balls head over that fence and roll down that road, but it's unusual to see the football down there.
You did have a nickname at one stage, Tackle World, didn't you, Perch?
Yeah, Cockles.
So the footy's been retrieved and it's in the hands of Dean Miller. Plays inboard to Jericho. Jericho about 90 metres out from goal, looking for an option, and he kicks it towards just about 30 out. Oh, a few guys go at it, but it spills out. Waters is amongst it. It's a hot footy. There's a few players in there. In amongst it is Keatley, Hunt, and Nick Franklin there for Marble Range. Ball goes up. Watson goes at it, and it's a hot footy again, but it spills out to Greg Maxfield, who finds himself some space and looks inboard for Heyman, who takes a mark. Contested there against Mark McAvoy. So about 52 metres out now. Umpire Davies having a word with him, and JR's taken him about 25 metres out from goal. So Matt Heyman will line up to give Wayback a 9-point lead, Perts.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with that. The boys, they've worked very hard to keep Waybacks goalless in this quarter. One would think that this won't change things too much if he does slot it. Marble Range have been very solid in defence, but he kicks through and kicks truly, and that's a goal to Waybacks.
Jeez, Matt Heyman kicks a goal. The last premiership this guy won in the Port Lincoln Football League was with Marble Range against his very club right now. And at the moment, it's 15 minutes gone in the third quarter, and we'll go over to you there, Bobo. What's going on, Bobo?
Yeah, testing goal. McAvoy's come off not looking real fresh there. Definitely is a noticeable limp. Waybacks really need to build down. They need to put a couple on in a row. Marble Range just need to settle them up. They'll be trying to hold it up. Heyman back in for the rucking duties against Watson. It's been a solid hit out. Heyman and Schlenk have been swapping off the bench. Watson's been doing it by himself. Oh, great tap to Keatley, the Rolls Royce. Chips it forward, seals on, awkward bounce. Marble Range get a chance to clear it through Hanson. Oh, that's a great tackle by Goodwin. Waybacks that may have just lifted the intensity here for a bit. Chips it out wide, going for it. Got Sampson in the pocket there. Another awkward bounce. Handballs over the top. Seals got it. Fends off with the Dusty. Handballs to Marble Range. Marble Range get a chance to settle here and clear. Finds a target in Pilgrim. Pilgrim on the left. Chips it up. Reese. Oh, Jericho. Oh, the old head. Francis was wise there. Knew the bounce. Keeley goes back onto Nankerville. Pass it over to Benny.
And Lucas Shaw kicks it forward, and Big Tynan Keeley runs onto it, the leading goal kicker, and he dribbles it out of bounds, sadly. And there's going to be another ball up in the. There's going to be another ball up in on Marble Range's forward flank. Now we're looking at potentially a bit of rain. We've been threatening with a bit of rain for a while. Ball in, Reece Francis takes it, kits it down. That would be Ty George, gets it, turns, and gets called holding the ball. There was a bit of a play on there, and they're calling 50 metres. Ah! They've got to be joking, they say.
The exact same thing that happened to Eddie Betts in the pocket. Bit too close, but also unlucky. Gets it forward to Adam Waters. Adam Waters, young fella. Has he got the legs? He settles himself. He rates his chances. Just give it a bit of right. Aim for the middle. The ball will do the work. That windsock is definitely blowing straight down the ground here right now. He's a confident young footballer. Just needs to put it through. He's got the long run up. The Benny Brown run up, as I've heard. Just needs to put it through. Whoa. That's not what we wanted. Marble Range get a chance to go again here.
And he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, which is about as much as that 50-metre penalty deserves. Young Shribes is having to kick in, kicks it across the face of goal. Hits it up to Zach Calderwood. Zach Calderwood has a crack, and it goes out of bounds again in that dead quarter, in that dead flank.
I like what you said before, Coops, about the naked girls down there. I mean, the entertainment down there in the cinema pocket, but it spills in now, and Waybacks are out through Todd Owen. Off the right half-back flank, he kicks a low ball, but it's picked off. Picked off by Michael Hegarty. And Hegarty will now steady the ship. He'll look in towards the true centre forward position, but it spills out there. And it's a strong mark, a real strong mark taken by Tynan Keeley there for Marble Range. He's been good today, Keeley. He's been a long way from goal a lot of the time, but I tell you what, he's marking the ball well. Kicks it out again towards the wing position. Hegarty again. They're playing ping pong, but no, spills out. A high tackle, no. Play on. And we're over that eastern boundary line again, Perts. What's going on, mate?
Mate, Toddy Owen sticks his head over the ball again, as you'd expect from him. Sees the ball out. Marble Range will be happy with this, I think. Only one goal for Wayback so far in this quarter. Probably coming into the last 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter. If they can keep them without kicking another goal, I think the Ranger boys will be happy with this. Quick one to Marble Range will make it interesting, though, at three-quarter time. Up they go. Ball goes up. There's a scrimmage. It's out the back. Waybacks look like clearing it through Myers. Seth Myers is a left foot kick. And it will be out on the full, I think. Was indicated by the water boy over there. No, it is a boundary throw-in, Fish. Yeah, boundary throw-in.
Marble Range water boy there.
Could have possibly been a Marble Range water boy that called that. Anyway, we've got a game in our hands here, folks. Great running commentary there, picked off by Mark Cooper. Source Marshall goes back. You've got Shribes and Source Marshall just trying to hold things up in the way back end of the ground. Reece Francis wouldn't like to see them score another goal here late into the third term. Bobo. They're all pointing to give you the microphone, but I'm having a bit of fun with it here at the moment. Who's going down for the steak sandwiches and tins at 3/4 time, boys? Here we go. She's back into a huddle. The ball up in the right forward pocket for Waybacks. Bobo, take over, big fella.
Yes, as interesting as this game is, it is good to see how the commentary team has loosened up after a bit of lubrication. Waybacks go again. Oop, what have we got here? No. Free kick to Brock Lauby. There was an infringement in the ruck there. Waybacks are pushing back. Not a lot up forward. Waybacks have got the numbers around the ball. Good spoil there by Jericho. Got forward. Waybacks really need to get the ball out of that pocket. Just dead over there, playing into Marlborough Rangers' hands. They need to get the ball in the middle there. Easiest avenue to go. I know it's probably a tough task from that pocket, but need to get it going. Got it in the pocket there. Sampson has a go. Goodwin loves a snap from the pocket, and he kicks it in, and the big deal, Seal. Come on, Ticker. Put it through, buddy. Oops.
Unattended, close to goal, Jonty Seal. I don't know how that happens. The Marble Range defensive unit will be questioning how that came to be, but he makes no mistake. Jonty Seal slots one late in the 3rd quarter, and that's probably starting to put it closer towards the advantage that Waybacks would like to have going with the breeze heading into that last quarter. Certainly it's a low-scoring game, and Marble Range have still got the job ahead of them, trying to score with the breeze even, going into the 4th.
As you said before, Perts and Coops, the message in the Marble Range rooms at half-time was they needed to win this quarter. It was crucial that they needed to kick goals into the breeze. The premiership quarter, as they call it, and now the Waybacks have kicked a couple goals. They're 15 points ahead. Ball goes up in the middle by umpire Davey. Heyman and Lauby go at it. Lauby gets a scrubbing kick out, but it's Myers first to it, who kicks a long, long ball towards the forward line, and Goodwin's running onto it along with Sampson for Marble Range, but it's a hot footy. Seals in amongst it again along with Mackenzie, Calderwood, and out to Betty Sampson, and the Wayback Demons have kicked another. That's 2 in a minute for the Demons. Geez, Perts, what's going on in the Marble Range camp now? What do they need to do to get back into this ball game?
Well, they're going to have to shut down Wayback's run. Reese will not be happy with that, I don't think, but their endeavour's been there all quarter, mate. Wayback's couple of late ones may hurt them, but kicking with the breeze in the last quarter, it'll be interesting to see what happens. You would think there wouldn't be much left of this quarter, boys.
It's ticked over 21 minutes.
Ticked over the 21-minute mark, so back to the centre we go for another ball up. Wayback certainly applying a little late pressure here in the 3rd quarter. Mark Cooper's twinkling his fingers. He wants to get hold of this microphone as the neck oil.
Watson's gone off, and Brock Lauby's had to come into the ruck. This has forced Nick Franklin to be at full back, and I'm not sure that's the ideal matchup at the moment.
You've got Sampson being the straight swap with someone before, but anyway, ball spills forward for the Waybacks again. They're going hard early, and that's Schreiber in amongst it. But the high tackle there by umpire Davey, and Schreiber will take the ball off half-back, looks long towards the members' wing, looking for Francis, his coach, but James Flint has taken a mark. It was a close call there, almost dropped it, but he plays on straight away, wasn't around the mark. James Flint, the galloping gazelle, as some call him down there at Waybacks, and kicks a short one out towards his ruckman in Heyman, who marks and holds back. Reese Francis taking the mark. Heyman looking long. There's not a lot of movement. He's got Seal, he's got Waters, but he'll kick about 30-metre kick towards Goodwin, the shortest man on the field. Spills out. Lauby lays out his own teammate. Goodwin's in amongst it. Gets a scrapping kick inside 50. Maxfield nearly takes it. Keatley's in amongst it. But then the ever-reliable Owen gets a clearing ball for Marble Range, and his cool head finds Schreiber out in the right back pocket, Perts.
Schreiber, quick handball off to Nick Franklin. Down that far side again we go. Might be a safe option for the boys at the moment. Blewett turns himself inside out. Maxfield kicks forward into the 50. Held up by Calderwood. The dying stages of this quarter. Zachy Calderwood looks for a chip. Dangerous kick. He's found a free kick. Who's that there, Coops? That is Skiv, the captain. Sticks his head over it. Yeah. out to 21 points. Sampson off, Watson back on. They need Watson into the game. He was good in the first half. He's very well into red time in the third quarter, boys. There'll be a ball up out in the far side and the right, left forward flank for Waybacks. Up she goes. Bucks the rider. Scrimmage in tight, close quarters. It'll be another ball up, one would think. No, there's bodies flying everywhere there, Coops. Give us a bit of a take of it, Benny.
Big Jacob Watson's just come on and run straight towards the ruck. He's demanding that position, but he doesn't even go up for it. Brock Blauby has another crack at it. The Waybackers get through with a lucky kick. The big dog kicks through, kicks the centre half forward, and it is a mark. It's not. Ryan Girton flew for it and was probably pretty unlucky to not be called a mark. Brock Blauby rolls around with it, gives it off, and it seems to be rushed through. Forward behind. That was very good football. That was desperation from both teams there, wasn't it, Bobo?
Yes, it was. Marble Range, you can see they really do not want Waybacks to get another goal here. Can't be a lot of time left. You feel like if Waybacks could just sneak another one here, could be the difference. Weather is pending out to the north there. Could be a quick shower. Will make the footy a bit greasy. Ball goes up. Marble Range, if they get the ball there, they've got nothing to kick it to. Unless they've got seagulls, that's it. They try to work it out. They're taking their time. Little chips on. Who have we got? Oh, and that's the three-quarter time siren. Waybacks just have the honours, but it was even for the first half of that quarter. And we got a little bit of niggle here. Little bit of niggle at three-quarter time. Yeah, a little bit of niggle here. We'd like to get a wrap-up of the better players. Wayback's better players did lift there. Jonty got his hands on the ball. Matty Heyman doing well. And we'll pass on to Marble Range to see who they think.
Yeah, Jacob Watson carrying an injury, so Brock Lauby's had to go into the ruck in that quarter. He battled manfully, but eventually I think that allowed Waybacks to gain a little ascendancy. They cleared the ball out of the middle regularly and have put a couple of goals on the board, 6-9 to 3-5 at the break. Is that a leading margin? We'll have to wait and see. I think Reece Francis, the coach, has battled on manfully. He's really setting the tone for the team, hitting in hard, but the Marble Range backline were under the pump in that quarter, Fish.
Yeah, look, I think, Coops, the real game-breaking situation there was when Watson went off the ground. They really lacked a little bit of height in the middle there. Lauby, who's a quality centre-half back, they had to move him into the ruck, but they also lost him down back. The swingman, Ben Sampson, went forward and was able to kick a valuable goal as well as that mark and goal to Jonty Seals. So we now see a 22-point lead to Waybacks, which is the biggest margin of this game so far at the three-quarter time break, with an in-the-breeze last quarter for the Magpies. But I tell you what, if anything can be done, these boys have rallied. They rallied last week in the last half, and you know it's still anyone's game.
Marble Range.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Centenary Oval, Port Lincoln. It's the fourth and final quarter of the 2017 Port Lincoln Football League Grand Final, and the rain is coming down. There's a big rain cloud sitting over the Port Lincoln Hotel, and it is absolutely bucketing. This is exactly what the Demons want. They're 22 points up. They're nearly doubled the Rangers' score, and the rain is bucketing here for the last quarter. Umpire JR in the middle. JR, Donald Trump, Make America Great Again hat on, and he's ready to ball the ball up to start this final quarter. Coops, what have the boys got to do to get themselves over the line here?
This rain coming down now will really make it difficult to make up a 4-goal margin. She's been a tight game all game. That's been the same in previous games. The wind is pushing hard towards that right of screen side. But this type of rain coming down now make it very hard to handle. We're going to end up with a very scrappy last quarter. Free ball, clean ball into Marble Range forward line is not going to be easy to come by. Bobo.
Yes. This is really throwing a spanner in the works here. If Waybacks can happen to sneak a goal into this breeze, that could be it. Marble Range will be looking to get a goal early. It's on. Hunt's got a handball out. As you can see, the ball's greasy already. Body sliding around. And she's in and tough. Just ball it up. Time to go.
Another ball up here. We've got the same two ruckmen going up for it. And it goes down. It's a contested ball. It's a ruck maul. No one knows what they're doing with it, and they're going to have another crack at it. Now, boys, how much of a factor is this rain going to play into this? I'm thinking a lot. It has been shin forward, and the Waybacks have got it. Seth Myers has grabbed it and he's running through. What an absolute specimen that man is. He gets it forward. Mackenzie has a crack with Makshak. And we're going to roll it up and we're going to ball it up at about the Waybacks centre half forward.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's wetter than a Lispers convention, boys. Bloody, I tell you, this is not good for Marble Range. Ball's cleared out by, who's that there? Perkins. Marble Range have got the clear. Toddy Owen. They're trying hard here, the boys, but this rain is certainly not going to help us out. We're balling in the front left forward flank for Waybacks. What do you think, Coops?
We got Lauby and Heyman, and that matchup seems to have favoured Waybacks for a good part of the last quarter. Lauby makes front position and gets his hand on it straight to Marshall, though, who kicks one forward quickly. It's a skiddy, the ball skidding, but look at that. Miller. Oh, he's dispossessed. That's got to be holding the ball. The umpire hasn't called it. The Marble Range fans are going ballistic, but the plays that goes on. Marshall kicks one forward into the pocket. It's a wide skidding ball, and we are going to see the ball skid through a fair bit now. Pure wet weather footy fish.
Yeah, look, we only had about 2, 3, maybe even 4 minutes of rain there, but it's really dampened the ground. The ball's wet, the players' hands are wet, and not to mention the high intensity of this last quarter of this grand final. So the ball's going to be skidding and it's going to be intense. As our boundary umpire retrieves the footy out of the car park, I reckon he's tooted the horn at him as well. I tell you what, there's a bit going on here. The fans are giddy. Get off my bonnet, he says. Okay, ball's thrown into the forward pocket for Marble Range. Still 22 points down. It's a low ball. Rucks go at it, spills out, and it's into the corridor. And it's chance here for Marble Range. But the ball's in and under. Like I said, wet footy, players falling on it. And we'll have another ball up. Umpire Blewett throws it up straight away. Rucks go at it. The ball goes nowhere near the Rucks and it falls out towards that boundary line. Bias is amongst it, as is Jericho. Jericho thinks he keeps it in, but it's another boundary throw-in. What's going on here, Bobo? Are we going to keep having stoppages, or are we going to get some clean footy now?
Yes, there will be a lot of stoppages. And then we got another one. Another stoppage, another throw-in. What do we feel, boys? Are Wayback's going to try and attack, or are they just going to try and shut this down? It's a long time to go. Tuck forward. She's up. Pressure. Sess in at the ball. Keats. Perks is through. Another stoppage. What do we think, boys? Will Waybacks try and hold this up, or will they try and attack?
I'll tell you what, Bobo, that forward line for Marble Range at this stage is full. Full as a fat lady's undies. They're all crowded down into that end of the oval. We've only got seagulls at the other end of the ground. Ball comes down, and have a look at that. Dean Miller What's happened there? That's obviously called touched off the boot. Dean Miller's had to get rid of it, which he has done quickly. Goodwin gets the ball deep, and that's either a mark or out of bounds on the full.
Brock Lauby now brings the ball back into play, right through the corridor looking for a teammate, but Waybacks have the numbers through Goodwin. Spills out through to Hegarty, who finds space. Kicks a left foot ball towards Schlink, who marks and should steady the ship here on the halfback flank for Waybacks. Trusty left boot kicks up towards Perkins and McKenzie. Spills out and Lauby's got the footy, who looping handball back over to his coach, the Silver Fox. No one can take possession except Calderwood. Throws it on the boot. Inside 50 for Rangers and Rory Hunt. Nearly a falcon there. Straight out to Ben Sampson. Hands to Sean Maxfield. And a little chip kick now over to his brother in Greg. The Maxfield boys linking up again, Bobo.
It's time to hold on here, keep possession. Maxfield goes again. He's really lifted his work rate in the last half here. Had a few touches, just steadies the ship. Good footballer for the Waybacks Football Club has Sean Maxfield been. Just kicks long down the wing now. Marlborough Range, they got the numbers back. Benny Sampson. Oh, yes, he does. He has been a very strong contender. He had a few knee troubles earlier on in the year, but he has had a solid end. He definitely is a consistent player for Waybacks over the last few years. Kicks it down the pocket. We've just had the official figures. There is, from the football operations, Robin Marcel, there is 3,000 people here, so that's a good turnout. Interesting to see what happens in this final quarter.
Ty George just bangs it forward and it goes through to Tynan Keeley. Jacob Watson gets it, gives it off to Billy Byers. Jacob Watson gets it back, gives it off to Toddy Owen. Toddy Owen turns, has a snap on the full. One would think that his name was Lance Appleby with an effort like that. Oh, no, hang on, she's a point. No, we only wish that he could be. So we've got Dean Miller here. He's once again the old faithful out of the back, out of the kick out. He's having a crack. Rawson, the skipper, is coming off and he is limping. He's not looking real good at all. So we'll keep you up to date on how that goes. And then Minya gets it, kicks it forward to Jonty. Jonty has a look, and he has a look, and he has a look, and he kicks it into the man on the mark. But then he gets it back off himself, goes forward, kicks it straight to a Waybacker. They're going forward. Mongrel punts it forward. There's only Waybackers there. He has one step around, kicks around the body, and kicks it behind.
Well, he just got a little reminder there from Gertz about what he should have kicked, but Marble Range now quick to clear the ball out the back line through Lance Appleby, looks to centre it up, down the wing, it's nothing but Wayback. Guernsey's spilled out, Sauce Marshall cleans up with a quick handball. Well, Billy Bias with a little netball tap there, but he's got away with it and it'll be a throw-in on the boundary line for right at centre wing in front of the crowd.
Yeah, we're down here at the Lincoln South Faithful usually, right here hanging over the fence here in front of the grandstand. Ball thrown in by our young umpire here. It's a high one. Heyman and Lauby go at it. Lauby doing a lot of the ruck work. Spills out to Owen. Pushes it forward, but Goodwin's first there, and he's got Tromp in support. Spills out to Tromp, and he's tackled by Marshall. Sauce Marshall, but the handball comes out through Hansen. And now forward for Marble Range. Watson's amongst it, but it's a good mark. No, it's play on. Sampson through Miller for Waybacks. I tell you what, we're going to have it's a holding the ball call. I was about to say here, Dean Miller's been electric here for the Waybacks, but now Marble Range will take a shot at goal through Nick Franklin. And Nick Franklin really has a noted long ball kicker. He loves it out at the Gary, loves kicking the ball out past where the sheep live. And he'll line up and misses to the fuss. Oh, no. Kicks and hits the post, Pertz. What's going on, Pertsy?
Mate, he wouldn't be happy with that. That was one the Ranger boys really needed at this stage of the game. Only 8 minutes into the final quarter, we really needed to kick a goal there, and Dean Miller kicks it back out into play, and it's all Waybacks. Waybacks look to move the ball forward. Waters. Hunt, quick hands out from Marshall. Casanova to Keeley in the pocket. What's he going to do? The big fella might go back and have a tug here. He's going to wheel around onto his right foot. He sends it long, and it misses to the left-hand side.
Benny, Bobo.
Yes, few points here now. Wayback's into the wind. Marble Range 2 with it. These are just crucial misses. The side who can make one of these count could be the difference. Wayback's taking the kick in now. Dean Miller again. Trying to look wide. Got control. Beautiful left foot. Clears the 50. Numbers there. Up contest by Heyman. Whoa. It's pulled something out here. That's it. Not 100% sure. Maybe us commentators here probably should have went to Specsavers. I did not see that. Kicks down the wing. Going long. Another contest. Jonty goes up. That's a mark by McAvoy.
The big Mac Shack, who was under an injury cloud earlier, kicks it long. Tynan Keeley attacks it very hard. Now there's a bit of a scramble for it, and no one really knows what's happening. The Waybacker gets it out and gets it back out of bounds on that same wing. We've had about a million throw-ins at that same wing at this point, so we're going to throw it back in again. Sauce is not quite sure what's happening, but he kicks it anyway. Gives it back to a Waybacker. Hunt takes an absolute rip snorter mark, goes back, settles, and has a look at what's ahead of him.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a Michael Hegarty medalist nomination at about the 10-minute mark in this quarter, Rory Hunt's not a bad candidate for that at the moment. Wayback 6:10.46, play Marble Range 3:8.26 on the RSM Bird Cameron scoreboard. Ball's right on centre wing in front of the RSL club, and we'll have a ball in. Heyman versus Lauby. Lauby doing a lot of the ruck work for Marble Range. Not sure what's wrong with Watson at the moment. We did see Rawson go off for Wayback as well. Anyway, ball comes in. Spills out. Perkins is amongst it, but I reckon that's Sean Maxfield. Keeps pushing it forward. No, Seth Myers. Seth Myers gets a handball. It's out near half forward for Waybacks, and it's still a contested footy. Inside 50 now for Waybacks, and I reckon we're going to get a ball up. But I tell you what there, Coops, I reckon Marble Range, Waybacks tracked about 40 metres there of uncontested footy.
Yeah, they've pushed the ball up into the breeze very well there. It's Marble Range seemingly getting no advantage out of the breeze here. It's still tight, tough, contested footy. The ball very slippery, the ground slick, clean handling, not the order of the day. Ball comes out of the ruck contest. Another smothered ball. Handball smothered. Another handball smothered. Gets on the boot of Ty George. He bangs it forward. Wayback's lead in the race. 3-1. Tromp takes the ball. Handball at the feet of Sampson. Sampson paddles the ball to the boundary line. Nick Franklin doing well to keep the pressure on in three with three Waybacks. Miller taps the ball picked up by... Now out to Blaze K, gets a handball away. Flynn runs away, wears the tackle, gets it on the boot with a scrubby kick, and another example of how slippery and wet it is, Benny.
Yeah, that was a great passage of play there by both teams. Blaze K giving his all. We've got a throw in here by another young fella. He's doing a brilliant job. He's had his work set against him. Brock Lauby versus Heyman in the ruck. Heyman wins it down, and Blaze K gets held off the ball. He gets a crack at it. He has a look at the back and says, "Hey, get out of me way." Kicks it forward. He goes down to Tynan Keeley. Tynan Keeley has nothing for it. It was not to his advantage, and we're getting another ball up in the opposite corner this time. This is the one other than the one where the naked ladies are at, boys.
Yes, rush kick there by Blaze K. You do feel like time maybe against Marble Range here. As you can see with that rush kick, they really need a goal there. There is enough time, but they probably want to get a move on. We've got a ball in here. There's the ball in. She's scrambling. Wack's doing really well to hold this. Ball spills out. They need to convert here. Choms comes out. We've got Seth Myers in there. Quick flick to Sampson. Sampson. We've got Dean Rod. Got to get it off. Oh, that's probably holding the ball. Oh, very fortunate by Dean Rod there. Definitely had a lot of it. I'll now pass it on to Perts.
Some animated members of the crowd getting involved.
Well, the call was Jesus, and I think we may need that from here, Coops. It's getting very late into the fourth quarter. About 15 minutes, 14 minutes gone into the fourth quarter.
Waybacks have thrown everyone back into the Marble Range forward line. There is not a player back behind centre half forward. You'll probably see that on the screen there, folks. But Waybacks are probably looking to shut this one down now with a 20-point lead, you would have thought. Billy Bias with a snap from the pocket. Jacob Watson, it's still in dispute in the goal square. Yep, great kick out of the back line from Dino Miller. Showing all his skill in the back line. Yeah, Waybacks clear it out across the face of goal. Marble Range have built a wall there. Benny Sampson has the ball. What's he going to do? Don't tell me it's going to go into that pocket dead again. Oh, that's a great grab. Fish, over to you.
As Waybacks look to move it out of half back, they go through Waters, who gets tackled. It might have been high, and umpire JR's called it high. Adam Waters takes the footy now, just inside centre half back, and he chips it out wide to Mackenzie. I tell you what, all those 70-year-old Crows fans like they were last night, they'd be saying, kick it long, because that's what they need at the moment. They're 20 points up on half back into the win, and J-Mac does what they say, kicks it long towards centre wing in front of the RSL club. Jonty still goes up, and it spills down and goes out of bounds. Just like Percy said before, I tell you what, if you were looking for a Michael Hegarty medalist today, Dean Miller, who has been an incredible story, this young man coming over to Waybacks, could be a contender. Anyway, it spills out. Blaze K, who's been quiet since the first half, hasn't had a clean possession, and Rory Hunt now. Tell you what, JR, another high tackle. That one, I don't think it was there, but he's got it now. And Hunt will look forward. He's got no options. Like we said before, the entire ground was forward of the centre square for Marble Range. The 36 players inside their inside Wayback's defensive 50. So Maxfield now off one step, kicks towards the right half forward flank looking for Seal. Spills over the back, and Rangers have the numbers. But it spills over the line in front of the Port Lincoln Times signboard there. Coops, what are we... Jeepers. How you feeling, mate?
As Pert said before, mate, if throw-ins were maggots, that pocket over there would be fly-blown. Marble Range Owen works the ball out to the fat side finally, but it goes over the head of Bias. Great work from, was that Seth Myers? Gets it to Tromp. Tromp swings round into the middle, centres the ball. Ball to be won. Marble Rangers everywhere. The Silver Fox clears the ball, gets it out to Nick Franklin. The ball bounces still. Sampson cleans up, gets it to Goodwin. Goodwin measured with his kick, hits a target, and that's Adam Waters, was it? Waters takes the ball and soaks up a little bit of time. He goes back. Rawson now just come on the interchange. The skipper wants to be out there at the final, and that's intercepted by Wade Hanson. Takes the mark and plays on. Goes long down the far side. Watson knocks the ball to ground. Keeley picks it up, but it's everywhere Waybacks. Goodwin back on the ball again. Nice handball up the line, picked up by Flynn. He misses his target. It's in the hands of Appleby. Appleby shimmies, shakes, gets it to Keeley. Keeley bangs it on the left boot, and it's into space at half forward.
Sampson's back there for Waybacks. He's got plenty of space. He's got about 40 metres to work with, but it's going to trickle out of bounds down there by the Euphoria Cinema pocket. So fly-blown pocket, as we said before, with the maggots. So tell you what, thanks to Port Lincoln Football League Operations Manager Ron Rousell reckons there's just gone over 3,000 people into the ground. Ball comes in that back pocket. It's been all Marble Range this quarter as far as geography is concerned, but it spills out outside 50, and I reckon that's Pilgrim again, kicks it towards the forward, but Miller again, and he doesn't take the mark, but it's Goodwin, smallest player on the ground, and I reckon that's holding the ball by umpire Davey. 20 points up the Waybacks, and it's 4 goals in it. But Billy Bias will go back, and he should convert here to keep Marble Range in the game as we tick over the 18-minute mark this quarter, Coops.
Be a good one for Billy Bias to sink this. He doesn't remember his last grand final, hence the helmet. He goes back, swings through the ball and kicks it. There is still a pulse in Marble Range. There is still a pulse.
Yes, they really, really needed that, but time will be their enemy. Probably 20 minutes gone. Still be 5 or 6 minutes left here. They just need to attack. They need to attack. That's all they can do. Waybacks just need to defend. Yeah, not 100% sure on the 5CC clock there. I reckon there might be a bit more time left than we think. Dean Miller seems to have gone down with cramp. That's no good. He's been pretty solid in the back lines. Waybacks would just love one into the breeze here. Really finish with a goal. They would be help the celebrations if they can get over the line. If they can just hold on here, should be good. Heyman's been solid in the ruck all day. Time to get up. Out he goes. Tapped it forward. Skivs back. Minya, good tackle. Another ball up here. Time is of the essence.
And we got another ball up here and another ball up here. My goodness. We've just ticked into red time here, so we are on all alerts. Any score from here could potentially be the sealer. Marble Range gets it out. Jaden Sampson kicks it out to Todd Owen. Todd Owen gets tackled and he gets it forward a little bit more. He does not. We're going to have another ball up here. We should see. No, we're playing on. My goodness, what's happening? It's spilled out the back. It's gone back to the Silver Fox, who's gone forward to Seth Myers, who's kicked it down. Kicked it down now, and we're off to fish.
And as Keatley gets it clear there, the 37-year-old veteran Matt Keatley, a 4-time male medalist, just tries to thump the ball forward, but it fell out in that pocket there by the can bar. 3,000 people in the ground. Ball's thrown in. There's plenty in amongst it, and it's a good punch out there by Marble Range. Spills out now through Ty George. He kicks a barrel through the guts, looking for Calderwood, who takes a chest mark. Marble Range really need this one. Wheels onto his trusty right foot, looking for Blaze K, who's been quiet. Adam Waters could be the Leo Barry moment of the day, and he finds Keatley, the veteran, out there on the right wing. Forward again through Blewett. He's been quiet as well, but he gets a handball. Now through Pilgrim, the ever ready, but he's tackled and it's holding the ball. Geez, there's action everywhere, and Seth Myers with the footy out there by the RSL club, Perts.
Mate, it's looking very ominous now for the Rangers. It's looking very, very ominous. Seth Myers moves the ball forward. It's looking like it's going to be a big night for the Wayback boys. It's possession footy now. They'll shut it down. Looks like the Waybacks club rooms could be full of Johnny Seal's urine. I probably couldn't say that, but Johnny might get a laugh out of it. Look, boys, it's been a great day. I'm signing off. I'm going to let you do the final take on this fish. What I'm sure will be a big night at the Waybacks club rooms, but we're well into red time now, and I think for mine the margin is too great. It's 3 goals. Good luck to Waybacks, who look like they will be the premiers this year.
Keatley takes the ball inside 50 just before. 37-year-old, just played a premiership with his brother back in Adelaide, but I tell you what, they reckon this is his last game. Comes in, Hunt contests, but it's a mark there for Marble Range. What a game this has been in Port Lincoln. Waybacks has not won a flag since 2008. It's been 9 years for this club, the oldest club in this league, and they'll certainly be celebrating tonight, like Pert said, if this game gets up. 14 points in it, about 23 minutes gone. Hunt now handballs it out through Flint, but Marble Range have the numbers, and they take the footy here through Appleby, I think. Over to you, Bobo. What are we going to do here? We just got to slow it down, mate.
Yes, Waybacks definitely have a hold on it here. Few players, as you can see, the pressure is getting a bit of the Marble Range. You can hear the very vocal Wayback crowd just letting him know about that kick. All we can ask for is for Waybacks just to finish off with a goal there, just to help the celebrations along the way. It's only 4 players remaining in the side from the last premiership. Toby Rawson, Rory Hunt, Matt Goodwin and Ben Sampson. Can the boys get another one? Dean Miller again, chips it in. Marble Range, you've got to hand it to Marble Range. They haven't given up. They're still playing with a fight. Watson up there, Hegarty, Sampson. Sampson's back, reliable as usual. Kicks it up, just winding up the clock.
So Bobo and I finishing off here at the central commentary position. Thanks to the Marble Range boys for a great effort here in the com box. It's out there near the RSL wing, and Michael Blewett's paid a free kick to Marble Range. About 23, 24, nearly 25 minutes gone, and they use Keeley, and the siren goes. Waybacks are the premiers. They've won it by 14 points, Bobo. How does it feel?
You little beauty. A great man, Bill Holland, once said, I can't even remember, I'm that enrolled with excitement. Teams win games.
Said players win touches, teams win matches, but clubs win premierships.
And Waybacks are a very proud club. Sorry I was overruled there. That is massive disrespect for Bill Holland. Apologies, but Excitement got the better of me. You can see Waybacks are happy. They've had a lot of players that have played around the 100 games for the club. They desperately needed that premiership, and the celebrations will go long into the night.
The funny thing is, Bobo, tell you what, they call him the prince that was promised almost if you're a Game of Thrones fan. Matthew Goodwin, he was a male medalist for the club. He was a premiership captain for the club. He was there in the Centenary year when they won the flag back in 2003. And here he is, a coach that months ago said that this team was dead and buried, that they... I shouldn't say that. He didn't say those words, but it was a bit doom and gloom back in April for Waybacks. They got pumped the first few games of the year, and here they are at the end of the year, the first team into the grand final. The favourites going into it against, let's be honest, a very, very competitive Marble Range side and a very, very good Mallee Park side a couple of weeks ago. But Minya, the promised one.
Yes, a legend of the club. The Goodwin name runs strong within the club. Just wondering who we think may get the Mick Hegarty medal. It was a massive team game. Not a lot of standouts, but John, probably Sean Maxfield. Seth Myers last quarter, that was inspiring. He probably he didn't let nothing get past him, and if Mick Hegarty was watching that last quarter, that could be what gets Seth Myers over the line.
Yeah, look, Mick Hegarty be proud nonetheless. His grandson's out there, Michael, playing his first A-grade flag. One of his first A-grade seasons as well, only 19 years old, I think, the young fella. But I tell you what, Bobo, if it was my pick, the young Dean Miller was really good across half-back. Jericho filled that role in the first half. But I tell you what, Dean Miller, he took a lot of marks, really saved the game for them. Other than him, I really can't think of much else.
Yes, at the end of the day, they won't be worried about the best on ground. All we know is it's a grand old flag out at Waybacks, and the tradition continues.
Certainly does, Bobo. Well, we're wrapping it up here at Centenary Oval, Port Lincoln. Wayback 6-10-46 defeated Marble Range 4-8-32. Boys, we'll meet you out in the middle for a few cold beers. Up the D's!
dropped off a bit after round 2, but you're back, it's great. And to the players, you're just an amazing bunch. You deserve every success you get on off the field, and well done, congratulations.
Get the photos. Front of the side.